One more time. Let's roll the clip.
Yo, y'all go ahead and subscribe to my boy page over here. Goddamn, it's your boy Straight Rich.
Talk about high value.
We about to get right up into it, man. Kendra G, right here with Top G, Kevin Samuels. You know what I mean? Y'all already know it's your boy Straight Rich. New to the gusto, but hey, let's get it.
Well, get it. It's up.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Men. Those that are, I have friends and the men that I've dated, a lot of things you are spot on. They're very big on images. They are big on being catered to. I'm a woman who used to desire those type of men. I don't really desire them that much because I don't want to fulfill what they desire. And one of the things you mentioned the other night is you got to share that man. A lot of times that man, if he makes $400,000 or more, he may have another woman. And I know I cannot deal with that. So I think a lot of women sometimes say they want these men, but they've never dated it, because if they had, they wouldn't be just focusing on the money. There's a lot of women that have men with money, but they're not always happy either.
Well, okay. So the follow-up question to that would be, if that's the kind of man you would like to have, you just don't like that aspect of it.
Well, I would say this. I'm 41, right? So when I listen to the women, when I was in the 30s, when I heard the girls from up here, they remind me of myself, because I was like, he got to have a lot of money. He got to take care of all the bills. That's what I was on, and I run in those circles. But what I've learned is a lot of those men just couldn't be faithful. So then I learned, well, that's my deal breaker. Faithfulness is my deal breaker. So I've been blessed. So
the question I have then is, because I hear what you're saying, but then I'm also like, that sounds good.
Okay.
Because you 41 years old, married, any kids?
Nope, I froze my eggs though, so I got a safety net just in case.
So
that sounds wild. That sounds wild. Kendra, I froze my eggs. That's a safety net. That sounds crazy.
It does sound crazy as a safety net, man. And I mean, I don't know, girl. Y'all please don't get to you're that old, man. Till you're that old for you to decide, what you want to do. You know what I mean? Like, don't let the time pass, man. Come on. That's crazy.
Froze my eggs. Kendra, those eggs are still froze. Yeah, I know this is an old video. It's an old video, but boy, does this look bad with time. This is like milk. I froze my eggs. Those eggs are still froze, right? Oh God, that's your safety net. Not you lowering your standards is a safety net. You froze your eggs. Okay.
So you're accustomed to a certain standard of life.
This is true.
And if a man is making the median of what a black man is making, $42,500, he can't afford your standard of life.
So is that my problem?
It's the reality of the world. See, what happens far too often, especially in our community, is black women wait too long to get married. You wait till you're too old. You wait till you have too much experience, and your experience and your income has gone up, and that is inversely proportional to your sexual marketplace value.
So can I speak to that?
So let me finish making the example, because I hear women come on and say, you know what, that high value thing, I really don't want that because I don't want to have to share him. All right, but then are you going to be able to look at a man making $45,000 a year and respect him to the same level that a high value man would be respected?
I would respect a man who's hardworking, and as long as he doesn't try to minimize me in any way. Now,
that's a lie. First off, her answer to Kevin Samuels was no. Because even if we go off of right now, Kendra G will not talk to a guy unless he makes like a significant amount of money. So her answer was no, but then she thought she could just start saying that if he hard work.
Yeah, no, my boy right here, right. You know what I mean? Her answer is still a hard no to that. You know what I mean? Let's be clear, because it was a hard no then, and it's still a hard no now in 2025. You know what I mean? If anything, I would say her standards got way higher than it did back then.
What's hardworking? She's gonna say hardworking is you making a lot of money. That's the only way she believes you're hardworking. So Kendra, oh man, you ain't changed a bit, did you, Kendra? The only thing that changed is you got old. We all get old.
Yeah, man. I mean, I feel like, bottom line, And when I say I feel like this coming from me personally, this is how I feel about certain things. You know what I mean? Yo, the market right now is just upside down. You know what I mean? What happened to the hardworking man these days, bro? Like, they're trying to say niggas don't get no love. That's crazy, bro. You know what I mean? Like, the motherfucker at Walmart got all the love to give, or at Home Depot, or, you know what I mean, Lowe's or some shit. You know what I mean?
I'm old.
But no, they want to throw the pum pum on Pookie.
Now that's the biggest thing. If he's okay with me being my full self,
You didn't answer whether or not you respect him to the same level you respect the high value man.
She won't.
well, let me tell you this. I'm gonna say yes only because I'm gonna tell you this. I've dated high value men. I've dated the men with the Rolls Royces and all the cars and all the glitz and glamour, and they always thought because they had the cars and the glitz and glamour that you got to bow down to them. And
I get it, but I'm talking about the man who's working at the post office.
I would say, now I'm gonna tell you my requirements. I want you to be attractive. So if you're a guy that's working at the post office and you're attractive and you
Hold on, let me time out. Why do you want to be attractive?
I can't have nothing.
No, let me explain. See, this is what's so wrong for so many of our women. You're supposed to be the attractive one, not us.
That's true.
Black women today have atavistic mating standards, very primitive, meaning I want you to look good. So he can make $40,000 a year as long as he look good.
I'm not saying that.
It sounds so crazy. So if he makes more than $40,000 a year, he's all.
I just said that. As long as dude is 2K, Ray, Tyrone, Chad, and the other guy, you get the punane. You know what I mean? But if you want the relationship and you want to hold her down and all sort of stuff, whoop to whoop, then yeah, you're going to have to make that 100K and do all sort of bullshit, whoop to whoop. But if you only want to drop the D and keep it pushing, you know what I mean? You don't have to worry about a goddamn thing, you know what I mean, when it comes down to having money. You know what I mean? Just deliver that long dong shadong, you know what I mean? Get her hooked on that D. She gonna be the one spending money around this song, bitch. On God, she gonna be spending a lot of money around the house. You know what I mean? She be buying everything you need. You know what I mean? All you have to do is deliver that day. You know what I mean? But, you know, that's just what it is, man. You know, relationships right now are out the window. You know what I mean? Just tap and go, man.
Already now in like a small percentage. But if he makes less than 40%, then you gotta look good, which means now he's in a small percentage. You're gonna find a way to bottleneck this thing no matter what. You're like, no matter what, you're gonna make this where you can't get a guy. And she's 40 something. Kendra is pushing 50. Not in this video, but now, because I don't know how long this video was. 4 years ago, Kendra is 45. So I'm going to count that as pushing 50. Kendra, you are dumb. My fault. I didn't mean to insult you, my sister. You are foolish. That's a respectful insult.
I'm not saying that he can make $40,000 a year. I'm not.
That's what most black men make, $42,500.
Okay, so Kevin, so are you saying in your perspective that it's over for me? Then I don't have.
No, it's not. No, what I'm saying is your
That's
price. That's
crazy
is
how
high.
you just jump to the extreme
How is
like
my
that.
price too high?
Okay. Well, first of
You're 41. How's your price? Like you're 41. There you go. That's the start.
all, you asked me, and I'm going. You're 41 and unmarried.
Right?
You're freezing
By choice.
eggs.
By choice.
Yeah.
Oh my
that's,
God.
No.
Well, no, I can say that. I was one.
Yeah, bro. You know what I mean? We all can say that, right? You know, I'm a millionaire. I'm not a millionaire by choice. You know, shit. I'm not a doctor by choice, you know. I'm not an astronaut by choice. You know, we can all say these things, you know, to make ourselves feel good. You know what I mean? But whatever, man. The reality is, your boy ain't been to college. All I do is fling long dong and get paid. You know what I mean? Good for me.
I was engaged when I was in college. Okay.
You.
No.
I just got out of
See,
a
this is what I mean.
relationship.
The engagement queens, you can't make this shit up.
No, I'm not. Listen, wait,
Stop.
Kevin.
Don't overtalk me. No. I said if we could start giving black women credit for engagements, you act like that shit matters. I'm not married, but I'm not by choice.
Yeah, man. He does have a point, though. I don't listen to a lot of freaking podcasts and shows and reactions just to get my own conclusion that a lot of times female brag on the fact that a man proposed to them. And that is really low because they remember all the proposal, you know what I mean, that they turned down, which if it was something that you wanted and it was insignificant to you, why are you holding on to it like that? They do. They hold on to this shit tight, hardcore. You know what I mean? So I'm just over here like, yo, don't propose to a motherfucking bitch unless you motherfucking really, really 100% want to. Stop liking these people and propose to them. You know what I mean? Like, for real, because it's making you look bad and it's making us as men look bad altogether. You know what I mean? Just stop it, man. That's where I'm at.
Unless you're turning away proposals of men of value and esteem, it doesn't matter. Y'all talk about y'all are unmarried when ain't nobody that you want to marry. Ask you, do you want to be happily married? And are you going to be married? I want to be happily married. Ma'am, I'm gonna be honest. I don't care about your happiness. I don't care about your love. Marriage is a practical choice. And you can make all these things you want, ma'am. And yes, you're 41, but you're going to be 50.
Yo, that's like crazy that he said that.
So the question becomes, if you want to be married, I mean, let's be real. You're freezing your eggs for a reason. Why?
I did. Because I didn't want the pressure to just go out and get pregnant because of my age and my clock. Men have that.
Who's going to carry the baby?
I mean, if I can't carry the baby, then I'll get a surrogate. I mean, it happens.
So
that's wild. So you don't just put your baby inside another lady instead of just doing what you're supposed to do and just.
Right. You know what I mean? You're going to go ahead and pay a lady or whatever to bring. Boy, this is crazy, man. This is the world that we live in. Yo, come on, man. Come on. And that's a way out. That's an option. That's something that you actually want to push people to do. And let's just get this clear. You can afford most of this stuff. That's the average girl that's trying to bust her, you know what I mean, self working this crazy ass job. Does she make enough money to freeze her eggs and get a surrogate and do all that other stuff at the end of everything? Come on, man.
Have the baby. That's what you're gonna do. That's not fentanyl. I don't know what it is. Instead of just doing what you're supposed to do so you can naturally have the baby, you're gonna do other things and then pay a lady to have the baby. I hope she knows. I think that's the thing, right? I hope she knows that if that lady chooses to keep that baby, I think she get to keep that baby. Now I could be wrong, but I think she can do that. So I think she just gotta give y'all money back or something like that.
So again, but in order for all that to happen, you have to have a man that you deem worthy propose to you.
Okay, and that's and
hold on.
And remember, man, that's key. A man that you deem worthy proposing to you. You know what I mean? And that's where things get tricky because they have a lot of men proposing to them, but a lot of time it's not the man that they want. You know what I mean? So if it's not the man that you want proposing to you, you're not going to say, I do. And if you don't, then that's just wasted time that you spend with this man, wasting your time and his time. And a lot of time can pass, man. They'll play this dumb game for a long time.
Okay.
That man, if he could meet your high standard,
he can meet
a lot of other women's standard as well.
Yep.
And here's the problem. There are hundreds of you, thousands of you. Why should he pick you over the one that can carry her own babies at 24 or 25 or 26, who are willing to get on his program, who don't have as many expectations as a woman your age?
Well, listen, this is what I would say. If he wants to, if he feels the way that you're feeling, then he's not the man for me, and I have no problem with that. I don't see that's almost that passive aggressive sign language. Can I ask you a question? Do you want me to feel okay? Do you?
That passive aggressive sign language, that whole if he's not the man for you, that's I don't play that Tyler Perry Christian crap. That's not it. I don't do that over here. You can do that over there, but I don't do that over here.
Okay, Kevin, I'm being respectful. I really am. I'm trying
to figure out. You don't have to be respectful. Here's the thing. You being respectful is what you're supposed to do.
That's true.
You're not doing me a favor.
Okay.
Right. You know what I mean? And that's just the difference, man. You know, the seriousness about this RIP to Top G, you know what I mean, that he brings to the game, you know what I mean, is unmatched, you know what I mean, because he realized that we're kind of screwed, you know what I mean? Me, myself, you know what I mean? You know, we as black men, you know what I mean, we come across shit like this all the time. You know what I mean? But look, man, I just want to see y'all loving each other. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, you know, I don't see how we're going to get out of it if we can't even come to the table and meet somewhere with some respect. You know what I mean? And just look at each other and what we want, you know what I mean? And try to give each other what we want. And then, you know what I mean? Something, you know what I mean? But we can't just be here just for me, give, you know what I mean? Nah, man, come on.
I wanted to have a conversation.
Nah, man, that's crazy.
I'm hoping we can have a conversation. So I guess am I at the ability to ask you a question? Is that fine?
At Replit, we believe everyone should be able to create software without limits and without knowing how to code.
This girl is just
Introducing
crazy as
Agent
hell.
3.
I don't know how the fuck.
Agent 3 delivers a 10x increase in
It's about
What?
the topic, sure.
Yeah, man. I don't know. She's hard to deal with for real.
So what do you want me to accept? Because from your, because
I want you to accept. I want you to accept your sexual marketplace value.
Except
Okay,
reality.
so what does that equal to? So what are you saying that I need to?
Nigga, you 41 freezing your eggs. Why is she acting like she don't know? That's the wildest thing in the world. What do you want me to accept? Accept reality. Accept your sexual marketplace value. I don't know, man. Accept that value, baby. What is it? Nigga, if you don't know what it is, this is pretty bad for you, my dear. If you don't know that you 41 putting your eggs in a freezer, you don't know what it is? That's crazy.
Okay, what a sexual marketplace value of a 41-year-old woman is lower than the 31-year-old woman.
Okay.
It's lower than the 21-year-old woman, because if a man wants to have multiple children, he cannot have them with you carrying them.
That's true.
Okay, that's true, and I don't want to have multiple children, so I.
Gentlemen, what brings me to my next point. Don't smoke crack.
I said if a man
Okay.
wants to have multiple.
What the hell did you have to do with this? How did that was she's retarded. This is the same.
That though. That girl is like, and this is what happened when you're just trying to be combative and not trying to agree on anything, even something that we should normally meet on. We just can't because you're.
Kendra, I want everybody to know she's the same person. That had to be a form of Down syndrome or retard. It was something that she just did. How could you hear him say that a man, if he wants multiple kids, he can't have them with you? Well, that's good because I ain't want multiple kids. Nigga, what did you have to do with this? Did I just say if a man? So I guess you're a dude with the wig now, right? Oh man, he's doing great. I would have hung up on her. I'll let y'all know right now. If I ever did phone calls, that hang up button is gonna be pressed. I'm gonna break that bitch a lot.
Nah, for real. I would. Nah, for real. You know what I mean? I couldn't do the call thing. Maybe I am gonna do it in the future, but I don't know, man. Crazy.
You keep going back to what you want. You control access to your
She can't
body.
control her face.
And for a time frame, women control access to whether or not kids are born. But see, what older women, especially accomplished women, have a hard time accepting is your value has a shelf life. After 35, you're at geriatric pregnancy. If you met a man that you found that you thought was the bee's knees and he wanted 3 children, you can't carry them.
Okay, but Kevin, I would say this, right? Can I just say that?
Is that true?
I agree with you. I'm not.
So either he would have to forego having the children in his legacy, or he'd have to go find someone who could.
Or it could be a man that might already have children and doesn't want to.
Not my
my
example.
God.
That's not my example.
Just gonna change the example. That's what you're gonna do. And you know what? I don't like to talk about what you're talking about, Kevin. Let's talk about something else. So let's just talk about me getting with a guy who don't want kids. That's better, right? That's not how this works, Kendra. Just like how much makeup you keep putting on your face. That's not how it works. I want y'all to know makeup is for like blemishes. It's for like when stuff is wrong, not for you to change yourself. It's not for you to walk around saying, become another person, become another person. Like, you're not supposed to be using makeup as if you're a spy. But that's what women keep doing. So I didn't mean to attack you, Kendra. I kind of did. If I could be completely honest with you, I kind of did, because you're annoying. In this and in life, annoying.
That's a
But
different
that's what,
example.
see, can I just say this? I respect
She can
your
say a lot of
insight. I
things.
really, that's why I came on your platform.
Okay.
But I'm not gonna allow what you think is gonna be for my life to be my
I
life.
don't care if you allow what I
What
don't
the
know
heck?
you, lady.
Right? Is that? Well, my name is Kendra. You said my
I don't
name
know,
earlier.
lady, Kendra, ma'am. I don't know you.
Oh, she's getting upset. She's holding a smile on her face as she getting upset. I call that the fox face. She's pretending like she's all right, but now she's offended because he called her out and she's stupid. So let's see what happens.
Okay,
So,
so-
and the thing is, I'm not going to allow you to start getting upset because
I'm not, Kevin. I'm not upset. I've never.
Look,
I'm not
you
upset.
clearly
you came
was
to my
upset.
platform and asked
I
me, you asked me
did.
my opinion. Okay, so to tell me what you're not going to allow me to do, that's not necessary.
I wasn't trying to be rude. I was just ultimately.
But what would
saying
you call it? What would you call it? I'm not
Right.
going to allow what you say to do what?
That is crazy, man. You know what I mean? And baby girl, she's super combative. You know what I mean? And like I said, that whole masculine thing, what he was talking about in the beginning, is they make good for corporate and they make good for you running a platform show, you know what I mean, for you to handle people that call up or whatever, you know what I mean? But when it comes down to a relationship dynamic between you and a man, you know what I mean, being so assertive and trying to get your way across by any means necessary don't really work well in a typical, you know what I mean, relationship where the man, you know what I mean, seems to be or is the leader of the relationship. And you know, it ain't gonna work because you can't have two drivers to one bus, man. You know what I mean? Stop backseat driving.
Because I mean, listen, I hear you, but I don't. There's plenty of women that I know that have had babies in their 40s, that have gotten married in their 40s. It can happen. So
I'm talking black women?
yes, I'm talking black
Yeah,
women.
1 in 4 black women were married. 1 in 4 black women were married in their lifetime. So you telling me about the aged black women who marry after 40 and have babies? I'm sorry.
one of
I'm
my
sorry,
best
ma'am. I'm
friends
sorry,
literally-
ma'am. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're one of your best friends. You said you knew plenty, and now you're gonna just name your best friend. Kendra, first off, everybody can tell when a goddamn hair hat motherfucker is just lying, okay? When they just keep looking everywhere while saying that I'm one of my best friends, I knew plenty of them. I knew so many of them. Everybody know your is lying, okay, nigga? Okay, let's get that out. Yeah, I called you. We know you lying, but you know, now I'm getting upset and it's hot.
That is, unfortunately, and here's the thing: if you're waiting,
I know, that's what I'm
to marry
saying.
and have babies, you
Any man will get frustrated, you know what I mean, by how she talks and how she acts, you know what I mean? And then the facial expressions that she give off while Kevin is talking, you know what I mean, they scream volumes, bro. You know what I mean? I tell you, if you ever talking to a woman, ever in life, I don't give a rat's ass who it is, but this is the look on her face when you're talking to her, man, look, bro, do yourself a favor, man. Just go on about your business. You know what I mean? Leave that shit alone. Yeah, man, it's tough. You know what I mean? Dealing with this girl, you know what I mean? Kevin Samuels had like Gandhi-like patience sometimes. I don't know how he did it.
Unfortunately, and here's the thing: if you're waiting till your 40s to marry and have babies, you did something wrong in your 20s and 30s.
Like crack.
I mean, well, I will say this. I focus on my career, which I know you feel could be something wrong. I have no regrets. I have no regrets. And
I don't feel like there's anything wrong.
that
I don't feel like there's anything
You don't have no regrets, but you're freezing your eggs. So she thinks that's normal. All right.
wrong. Let me go ahead and change. Let me tell you, turn you people in the comment section up. I don't care what y'all think. I mean, honestly, I don't judge by what women want. If you want to focus on your career, do that. But see, one thing that women have not been told in this country is there's cost to all of it. You can't have it all. Men can't have it all. There are trade-offs and choices. If you chose to focus on your career, I am all for that. Do it. But it comes at a cost of your prime childbearing years. I don't make human beings the way they are. So this is the choice women have to make.
I wholeheartedly agree. And I was engaged into my college sweetheart. I went to Hampton and I chose to focus on my career instead of becoming a wife. I have no regrets. And just as I hear what you're saying with statistics, one of my best friends just got married last year. She's pregnant, due any day now, and she's 41, and she's a Black woman. So all I'm saying is, yes, you're right. Maybe the statistics aren't there, but in my reality, in my worlds, I know women that
anecdotal evidence doesn't change the fact.
It doesn't.
Anecdotal evidence doesn't change the fact. You know people like you. That does not change the reality.
Well, okay. I'm not taking away from that.
What I'm saying is, ma'am,
you 100% try to take away from that. You're just saying words. Why are you letting your lips touch, but nothing that makes sense come out of them? That was wild. I'm not taking away from that. Why'd you say it? Why'd you say it? You said you was pretending as if this is a reality that I can chase and it makes sense because I know my one friend, Taisha, she got married and had a kid at 41. Now she ain't say how that kid is doing, which I'm willing to challenge, but she's perfectly fine. What else was that she just did then?
I'm just saying that.
Listen to what we're doing in the Black community. Take it away from you. Take it away from your friends. We're actually having a conversation about women having babies in their 40s. That's how warped we've become in the Black community because we cannot get it together in our prime mating and marrying years. Because so many of our women value these so-called careers. Now, I don't doubt that you have a career, but I got to let you know how many women I've talked to over the countless years who call their job a career. Most people have a job. Most people have jobs. Most people don't have careers. And it seems to be, why can Becky, Marisol, Mylene, and Anu all go out and have jobs and careers just like Black women have jobs and careers and still be able to spin that plate and find a husband?
That's true.
Why can every other race of women seem to be able to do that, but Black women are doing it at a 1 out of 4 ratio, and the next closest women are white women?
See, and that's what I'm saying. When people come for Kevin Samuels and try to make it look like this man didn't love the community, you know what I mean? He gave everything to this community, including his entire life, man. You know what I mean? Like, if he didn't do the Skull Show type thing, he would still be alive right now on everything. You know what I mean? This man done gave everything to the community that's trying to see the betterment of Black people in this country. You know what I mean? When it come down to a respect dynamic between man and woman, you know what I mean? And if you don't like a certain respect dynamic between man and woman in the Black community, I would say you're an enemy to the cause. You know what I mean? You are against us moving forward into the future as a family unit. You know what I mean? And if you are against that, then I mean, bro, check yourself, man. For real.
Who are married twice as much as you are. And that's married to anybody. You're not marrying anybody.
Can I respond to that? I hear what you're saying. But I also think that if women are realistic and they are open to dating and maybe not always focusing on the money and maybe to give up some things on their list, it is possible. I know you said yourself, your mother got married at 50. There's people that do still find love in their 40s. And I just think that I don't want women to feel hopeless.
Yeah, man. You know, it's just so crazy how far she's willing to take this right now. She's willing to go, you know what I mean? Yo, this is crazy, bro.
That's the person you're talking about. You brought up the simp. You didn't bring up.
Yeah, she brought up the simp, bro. And all the time in every conversation. And now they don't learn from Mother Bear over here. They all do it now.
Like the average guy. You just brought up the simp. Like the extra,
they're never going to bring up the average guy.
Seasoned simp. That's who you brought up. That's amazing. That was the person.
Okay, we'll take the money. Or just a man, period, that celebrates you.
What I'm asking you is, I don't celebrate you.
You're
supposed to celebrate him.
But what I'm asking you, Kevin, is this, and I'm not trying to be combative. I'm just simply asking you a question, and I'm really trying not to be combative here.
Why are you really trying not to?
There's some women who date men who might not be treating them the best. And I always just wonder, because I know you preach a lot about settling and being with men. And
I talk a lot about settling because that's what a lot of women talk about all the time when they really ain't settling. See, what I'm saying is I asked you the question.
Okay, I'm sorry.
One of the two things wrong in our community is, one, so many of our women come into interactions with black men in bad faith. You assume the worst, the negative. Ma'am, go rewind this part. You gave me an example. Do you think a woman should settle for a man that's cheating on her, abusing her, such and so forth, in order to just have a man? That is a disingenuous French toast ass position when you could have easily come in and gave me the positive good faith. Do you think it would be better for a woman to be with a man who she can actually live with and cooperate with and build a life with, or have nothing? You could have made that choice to come in the door, good faith or bad faith. You chose to come, no. You chose to come in bad faith because that is the default position in our community.
Well, no, Kevin, let me apologize if it came across that way, because
no apologies necessary. That just shows you where we are in the community.
Right, but what I'm saying is there are times though, obviously there's men out there that treat their women good. I know several men who celebrate their wives and they're good men. So I wasn't asking that question because I thought that's a no-brainer. If you're with a man that is treating you good and you can build with, of course you be with him. But there are times when women are dealing with men who are bringing them more sorrow than happiness. And I was just wondering if you think being a single woman in that predicament would be better off than being with the man who might be bringing you drama. That's all I was simply just trying to ask that question. There's three types of men. There's a man that treats you good.
All right, no. See.
Yes, sir. That is wild. You know what I mean? Three type of men. I don't know, man. I'm curious to hear now.
Acting as though women don't have accountability and consequences, and the men they cheat. No, man. Okay, I'll let you go on for 30 seconds. And you say a man should be celebrated. I don't know why black women come in and talk about men should be celebrated. You're supposed to celebrate the man. He's not supposed to celebrate you. What other race of women runs around talking about them? You need to celebrate them. What are we celebrating?
Well,
who's on top? Who leads?
Well, Kevin, okay.
Who's on top? Who leads?
I do say that yes, the man leads, but I have to just speak for the men that I know that are happily married. They celebrate their wives. They do.
I don't know if she know any of these people. Okay, she just keeps saying, "I gotta speak for the men I know that are happily married."
Yeah, man. I don't think she know any man that's happily married, for that matter. For real.
Women who are in their 40s who have babies and just got married. I don't think she know any of these people. I think Kendra is drunk. I think she's just speaking. She seen that he was live and was like, "Hey yo, I just had me 3 bottles. I'm calling in." That's what I think she's doing. This is crazy.
Dude.
All right. Okay.
But listen,
you can sell. Okay, man. But who? Okay. This notion is toxic to come in. It's toxic to like. Yes, it is, because it keeps women with this overinflated stuff that they need to be celebrated. To where asking women. Yesterday I had a woman on Instagram thinking that being a traditional housewife was tantamount to slavery just because she had to actually cook a damn meal.
I saw that.
So that's a woman that shares your reflection.
How?
She's black.
The door. Go on. Back where you came.
Oh, so it's my reflection. Okay, that's what you're saying.
Oh my God, it's crazy. Like, she don't even listen, bro. I'm trying to tell you, she don't hear nothing he say.
My notion, the way so many women talk is though you're some sort of god or deity that's supposed to be celebrated. The way we do it over here is men of value lead. Women of value follow them. You celebrate your man. You praise your man. What y'all do on your side is good for you. Hope it works for you. But more people on this side are winning. More people on that side got opinions and no husbands. Especially no husbands they value. So you talk about Russell Wilson. I don't know many men on this side that respect Russell Wilson, not because he married a woman with a child, it's because he's a simp.
Why is he a simp? Why is he a simp?
Because that's an entire program. And here's the thing. How about this? Because the men say he is.
Well, okay, as a female, then I want a simp. Because if there's a man
there you go. As a female, I want a simp. Go find him. You're 41, right? Why haven't you found that simp yet, Kendra?
There we go, ladies and gentlemen. Sometimes, like I say, just say what you want. Just say it, man.
Want a simp, you haven't found one. It seems like it's very hard to find a guy who will take everything that Russell Wilson is taking, because you're not supposed to. Russell Wilson, I don't say it. I think Russell Wilson was raised wrong. I said it. I think he was raised wrong.
Go ahead. Then you so you want to have a again, and thank you guys. Listen to what she said. She wants to simp. She wants to simp.
Don't try to cut him off.
Because a man like Russell Wilson, who put Sierra on a pedestal, pedestalizing a woman is. I said this 3 weeks ago. Show me a culture or a race of competitive people where the women were pedestalized above the men, and show me a competitive civilization. You don't. Men's purpose needs to be pedestalized, not the female. It doesn't mean that see, this is a problem. So many women in the Black community want to be sitting up like this queen, and if a man is sitting up here looking at you, he cannot fight everybody else, compete with everybody else, and defend the world. Sorry, it doesn't work that way. And that's why so many women, Black women, are by themselves, because if they can't be treated like the queens that they think they are, then they'd rather have nothing. And no one's going to stop you. Because if it ain't, because the problem ain't Black men. It ain't Black men because ain't no man marrying you. When it says 1 out of 4 Black women were married, that means anybody.
Right.
So your career, your job,
Right, and that's the brutal reality. And if you're rich already with your money, then you can get through life single and doing your thing. But you're trying to push this life for most females that will never be rich, that will never have the money to live the type of life that you're promoting. And let's just get this clear. They're going to be used by men instead of being loved by one man. You know what I mean? That's what's going to happen.
Accomplishments, whatever is walking around making you feel great and wonderful about yourself, that works well until you're about 55 or 60. Then what? What's about the rest of life?
Are you asking me that direct question?
Sweet Jesus.
The ultimate point is we get nowhere when we have women who still think they should be celebrated ahead of the men.
Well, I think they should celebrate each other, and maybe we have
Who should be celebrated? Who should lead?
I don't mind the man being the head of the household.
What do you mean you don't mind?
Wow, that was the wrong answer.
Yep.
Very funny, motherfucker.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Like, I think if a man.
Okay, so who should throw the ball? So who should handle the ball on the offense side of football? I don't mind if the quarterback handle. Who should throw the pass? I don't mind if the quarterback, or is that the quarterback's job?
That's true.
Okay, I thought I was giving you I think we're giving the same answer.
No, we're not. We're not, because I don't mind. See, it doesn't matter if you mind or not. It's what it should be.
Okay, so if the man leaves the household, I don't feel like the female can't have an opinion on anything.
What the f are you talking about, man?
Of course she can.
What you talking about?
She's valued counsel.
And I do think the man should be celebrated, but I also think, and I've witnessed it, men who hold their wives to high value and will do anything to protect her, and will say that they will not be the man they are without that particular woman. I had men, high value men that you call high value men, say things like that. So I know
what do the women say about their men?
Say again?
What do the women say about their men?
Oh, they love them. They appreciate them. They think that they're their king. So it goes both ways. They're celebrating each other. I don't think that's a bad thing.
Okay.
Listen, I appreciate you bringing
do.
me on your show. We're gonna agree to disagree on a couple of things. Like I said, Friday.
Yeah, you know what I mean? That just scream volumes right there, man. She don't listen. And like I was saying earlier, she just don't listen to a word he say. It goes in one ear and comes out the next. And then she only try to pinpoint the conversation in points where she want to have an argument. You know what I mean? So she listen to what you say partially, just so she can get to a point to argue you. That's it.
Something it ain't. The danger zone is the years between 27 and 35.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, this is what I'm saying.
That's not it.
Okay.
She can't say nothing else.
27 to 35, when a woman needs to really focus like a laser on the outcome she wants. If you want to be married with children, you need to focus like a laser, because after age 30, by 35, you hit what's geriatric pregnancy. That's not Kevin. That's nature. That's biology. See, what happens so often is you ladies get triggered, you think you hear what I say, you're going to try to make the danger zone be all that stuff, and it was none of that stuff.
Okay.
You're going to try to say, well, you tell a woman that they're this and they're that, and I don't say that.
Okay.
Ma'am, you'll be able to go back. This is going to be.
She's saying okay repeatedly because what she's trying to do is get words out. She's not listening. This heifer refuses to listen to anybody. That's what those wigs do. I'm going to always attack them wigs. I'm going to be honest, y'all. I'm always going to take it. I'm never going to stop because that's exactly what it do, especially when you do that long ass baby swirl that almost look like about to touch your eyebrow. Those things, your mind is gone when you got those on.
You'll be able to hear what you said. And the fact of the matter is, I don't tell women that they can't. I tell them it's unlikely depending upon their particular situation. And yes, let me reiterate. If you are a woman over 35, overweight and with children, it is highly unlikely that you're going to find a man making 6 figures plus who wants to marry you. Because those men want something in return too. And they typically don't want somebody else's children. Now, is that meaning them hopeless? No, what it's telling them is you've made your choice to allow yourself to reproduce 1-2 times with or without the benefit of a husband, most of the times without. You've allowed yourself to become the physical shape you are. That's your responsibility. It is not this man's responsibility to lower his standards, settle, when he's had to work to become this thing. No one gave him this. He deserved to get something from this. But see, we're so busy trying to tell women that they should be celebrated that we forget to think about, what about your men? We need to start celebrating men, black men, and forget the black men. What about the boys? Fuck the men. What you doing with the boys? All these women with children, what are you doing with your boys? Black boys reading at the 4th grade level. Black boys are behind. Forget us. You don't have to like us. But what are you doing with your boys sitting next to your daughters? And more often than not, women are telling their daughters, get an education, do this, and so forth, and they're making their sons punks, putting them in Jordans and pink shirts, and making them son husbands. And they are raising the same men that you ladies complain about. Prioritizing sooner or later, this old nasty, old bad, old patriarchy, you're going to have to realize that it's the one thing that's made this world evolve.
Yeah, man, I'm not going to lie, you know what I mean? And that right there, I mean, yo, what? This is what I'm saying, bro. The man just speaks so much truth. And if you can't understand, if you can't stop what you're doing for a little bit, just for a little bit, just to try to see his standpoint, because his standpoint is next to every man's standpoint. So if you can't for a little bit, just humor and go from where he's coming from, I mean, you don't deserve to be a part of the conversation. That's it. I mean, can't really say more than that.
Okay.
She doesn't care.
I know you probably have to go on to somebody else, but there's just one more thing I want to talk to you about, if you allow it. I know it's your platform. The dying alone. Because I feel like the dying alone thing, I know my uncle died alone. He was a man. My father found him dead a day after he was dead.
Your uncle died alone, he was what?
I said he was a man. So I'm not sure when you talk about dying alone, it can go both ways. Now,
see, that's what we started.
She did it.
We started off today, right? That's exactly what we started off talking about.
Is that bad for me to say that?
Yes, it is.
How?
Because this is exactly, you can't make this shit, guys. It's always, when it gets tight on women, we got to make it always go both ways.
Yes.
This overgeneralization. See, here's the thing about men dying alone. Men have always died alone. They've been called weirdos, hermits, loners. But men at least have the decency to leave everybody else the alone.
Oh,
they'll sit in their
cabin, sit there
eating Hungry Man or swing.
Nah, that is real. We at least have the decency to leave everybody alone with our bullshit, and we just take it and go about our way. You know what I mean? We don't come on the internet and chastise everybody with this shit. It's crazy.
Or ramen noodles, they'll even go homeless. What do you think all these men out here are homeless? Show me groups of homeless women. Nowhere in the world where women are by themselves do they not require and demand stuff from the state. It's killing Japan, it's killing China right now. Women who are unmarried, living in communes or groups of one another, but then they're getting older and older and older, and the state cannot support aged people. It used to be your nuclear family. your extended family who took care of mama and papa and granny and auntie. But now you got adults who are choosing to be independent, making $60,000, $70,000 a year when they're in their 30s or 40s, doing decent, but they're not living high on the hog. But you don't have no retirement. All you're away for is one illness or one fall from being broke. So, dying alone, women don't sit around at 50 or 60 years old and not demand government assistance, benefits of some sort. They're demanding something on the system. So men are still supporting you, and that is going to break a society. We cannot afford it. So like it or not, ladies.
See, right there is kind of crazy, because now when he just said that women won't allow it, they're gonna force you to give them something, regardless if you're their man or you're the government. You're gonna have to fork over something, and they won't allow you not to. And I just seen that just now with the whole shutdown and the whole EBT thing. Everybody was losing their minds, and some people was willing to go to jail. They were like, "Screw this stuff, man! I'll go to the store right now, rip some shit down, and I'm gonna get my money, and I don't give a shit." You know what I mean? I'm gonna go in there and get my food because my kids ain't going, whatever. So he right, and he died how long ago, man? But he could see this coming, bro. He knew exactly where we stand. R.I.P. to go. You know what I mean? I just want to say that one time.
When we start seeing homeless elderly women like we see homeless men, then women will start getting the picture. Because like it or not, the coffers are empty. You can't not gonna just be because many women still think, yeah, well, if it get too bad, I'll just go to the church. I'll go to.
All right, man. Like, you know what I mean? It's crazy because I feel like she's not getting his point. And at this point, he's going around, you know what I mean, in a circle, because she just can't grasp what he's trying to say. It's either she just can't get it, or, yeah, she's just not smart enough. I don't know.
For him.
I see what you're saying.
And I know that, and I'm a smart enough man to know that comes with a woman lacking respect for a man. So we can play around this all we want to. You can say, I don't want to deal with a high value man if it regards sharing it with somebody. I would rather do this, but this man over here is not going to get high value man respect. And he's going to always know that this dude was really your first choice, but you didn't want to deal with this, and you're not going to put him at the same level of pedestal that you would have to put this man on to share or honor him like they need to be. So honestly, is there any value to marriage to an average guy today? No, because modern women are not marriageable like the women of before. They're not. Modern women today are not ready to be with their mothers, well, their grandmothers and their great grandmothers were. They're not. I didn't make it that way.
I guess I'm gonna live in the exception to the rule.
What? See what I mean? That's fentanyl.
Oh my God.
You can live in exception to the rule, and that's fine. You can, at 41 years old, I try to do that too. But when I'm talking to people across the board, I don't do that. When I talk to 24-year-old women who tell me that they could not marry a plumber off rip just because of the title plumber, and she's a political science major, what do you want me to tell them?
Is it my fault though that I built a career? Like, that's where I kind of get confused, because if I'm not judging the guy,
your choice. It's your choice.
Right. So if I
No. First off, yes. Is it your fault you built a career? It is your fault you built the career, because you built the career and you chose to do it. Your choice. So it is. What you're saying is that you built the career, so now you want a guy to be this thing that you can't get. This heifer's crazy. Big screen. Will y'all watch this? Y'all see how much Kendra G didn't change? Look at what she do. The closest thing Kendra G does is that when a lady says something really crazy, she says that's crazy, but she ignores herself. It's always something I acknowledged about people. They can see other people's flaws, but them motherfuckers, they're just blind to their own. And that's what Kendra G is. Kendra G thinks all the stuff she's saying makes sense. Kendra G eggs are still, it is still in that little freezer in her goddamn kitchen, and she don't think it's a problem. But she over here telling these
not in her kitchen, bro.
barrel bad
boy,
out
that's
here.
tough,
You're
boy.
crazy for wanting a guy who makes this much money. That's Kendra for you. She don't even know that she made Kevin Samuel stress in that video. You know how stressful that is to listen to somebody just.
That's what I'm saying. I did say this. If he didn't do this show, man, that man would have lived till he's 90. You know what I mean? Boy, that's crazy. The amount of stress they put him through don't even make no sense.
Keep on saying, well, maybe I'm the exception. How you the exception and you ain't got nobody? How you the exception? The exception would be the lady who's did all the things you did, and they also got this guy who's high value and he's faithful. Like, he doesn't cheat at all. Then you're the exception. But right now, Kendra, how do you think you're the exception? Told you, man, those are street drugs she was doing. Street drugs.
Oh, you ain't know what that was?
Yeah, man, go ahead and subscribe to my boy channel. Show some love over there. You know what I mean? It's your boy Straight Rich. We are out for sure.
Whoa.